Here we have a federal court lawsuit against a law enforcement agency who refuses to obey federal law on transparency. Judicial Watch, we're just not stopping. And we just sued the Secret Service to uncover the alleged Secret Service intervention to help him evade some embarrassment, perhaps some legal liability, concerning the disposal of a gun Hunter owned. So we asked for these documents back in, I think, March of last year. So we give them forever to respond. And the Secret Service refused to give us documents about this big scandal, and it is a scandal. Hunter supposedly had a gun, and it got tossed into a dumpster by, I guess, his then girlfriend. And the Secret Service, it looks like, went to intervene to try to get records about the gun purchase, and you basically get them offline, more or less. And so we asked questions about that, and they refused to give us anything. We filed the lawsuit against DHS for records or communications about the reported purchase, possession, and disposal of a firearm owned by Hunter Biden found in a Delaware dumpster circa October 2018. And as I said, the allegation is that there was an intervention for Hunter by the Secret Service. And this is, I think, the woman who took the gun and put it in a dumpster was Hunter's dead brother's widow. And I think they had a relationship. So, it was just kind of terribly, unusual all around, to put it charitably. In last year, Politico reported Haley, who is the widow of Bo, took Hunter's gun and threw it in a trash can behind a grocery store, only to return later to find it gone. Delaware police began investigating, concerned that the trash can was across from a high school and that the missing gun could be used in a crime. According to law enforcement officials in a copy of the police report obtained by Politico. But a curious thing happened at the time. Secret Service agents approached the owner of the store where Hunter bought the gun and asked to take the paperwork involving the sale, according to two people, one of whom has firsthand knowledge of the episode, and the other was briefed by a Secret Service agent after the fact. Now, just so you know, the Secret Service doesn't have jurisdiction over guns or laws related to the guns. That's the ATF. It could be a state issue in the case of Delaware. But here you have the Secret Service, according to this report, intervene. Now, what's interesting is they could have come back to us and said, oh, look, we looked, Judicial Watch, we couldn't find any documents. We'd be suspicious of that, but that would suggest, oh, this isn't true, right? Nope. Instead, they've essentially ignored our request, which is why we're suing in federal court. So here we have a federal court lawsuit against a law enforcement agency who refuses to obey federal law on transparency. And it's not coincidental that the lack of transparency concerns Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, who's been caught up in so many scandals, I wouldn't have enough time in this entire day to tell you all about them. And as I note, the Secret Service and the Biden administration are in cover-up mode for Hunter Biden. Whether it's his laptop, his business practices and travel, or these documents related to the careless disposal of a gun in a dumpster near a high school, this administration continues to put up unlawful roadblocks to any effort to investigate the activities of the Biden family, particularly Hunter. Now, we've already uncovered through Foia, and this is during the, I guess our lawsuits and work began during the Trump administration on this. So we've already uncovered significant information that Hunter was a problem for the Obama administration, for example, with respect to his work in Ukraine, and I use the phrase work loosely, the scheme. You had Obama officials complaining about how Russia was making fun of and trolling Joe Biden on Ukraine corruption issues because he was coming to Ukraine just before, just at the end of the Obama administration. He went to Ukraine again to, quote, deal with corruption issues. And Russian state-linked media started making fun of him as it relates to Hunter and Burisma. And they said they're trolling him. And the State Department official in the Obama administration said Burisma is the gift that keeps on giving. He said sarcastically and obviously with some frustration. So we've already uncovered documents, but we haven't stopped with the documents we've already uncovered. I encourage you to go to our website to look at all the documents we've uncovered about Hunter Biden and how he was involved in an influence operation, his company, Burisma, and how it's been tied to Hillary Clinton's people, all sorts of great information. And on top of that, the State Department, though, continues to withhold information about Hunter Biden. We asked for, quite directly, give us records about Hunter Biden. You know, if they're showing up in the files of the State Department, and these are important files. We're not saying, you know, we want a press clipping, but we want to know what the communications were among the diplomatic corps about Hunter Biden. And we've been getting the hand to the face. So we sued. We also sued again the Secret Service prior to this over his travel. Where has he been traveling? We had uncovered previously that Hunter Biden had been on, he had visited, I think, 29 countries with Secret Service protection. He had 5 trips, or there were 29 trips, foreign trips, 5 trips of which were to China. 1 trip was to Russia, and that was before he started keeping Secret Service protection. Now, since his father's been president, he obviously has had Secret Service protection, which, to be clear, is entirely appropriate. The president and his immediate family should get Secret Service protection. But the American people have a right to information about what that protection costs and where it's being given. And that's what they don't want to give to us. So why are they covering up for Hunter? Why? Because we're going to find out where he might have been and where he's been during his father's term as president. So there's a major scandal going on in addition to kind of these underlying issues we were concerned about, the Burisma dealings, his dealings with China, etc. You've got a cover-up of all of that happening right now. It's a cover-up. Now, I don't believe the cover-up's usually worse than the crime, but the cover-up can be a crime. Because usually people don't cover up something that isn't a crime. So in this case, though, we've got the Biden administration at the State Department and the Secret Service refusing to follow Foia law to protect Hunter Biden. So we have law breaking to protect the Biden family from information coming out about the scandals that Americans are concerned about. And it's up to Judicial Watch, and Judicial Watch isn't just complaining about it. We're in federal court trying to break through the stone wall, trying to smash the stone walls that the Biden administration is placing to keep this information from coming out about corruption issues that are tied directly to the President of the United States. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.